Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of the Tech Talk series for Marine Market Intelligence Tool by Quadrant Knowledge Solutions. I'm your host Inderpreet Kaur. Along with me, we have Vikrant Bhongle, Associate Director, and Rishabh Sharma, Business Analyst at Quadrant Knowledge Solutions. In 2023, rapid technological progress fueled transformative advancements in data-driven intelligence. In today's episode, we'll explore how big data, machine learning, and artificial intelligence empower organizations to extract insights, optimize operations, and drive growth. To begin with, what according to you is the current pulse of any organization in terms of data-driven intelligence?
So, what if I told you the pulse of any organization lie not just in its product and services, but in its data-driven intelligence? Shock, I know I'm making a very bold statement, but that's the truth. If business houses ask for any kind of investment, then they have to showcase the data-driven approach to see the potential of the market. Similarly, if any innovation team is planning to launch the new product or they are planning to expand, then they have to showcase the scope of the market with the data-driven intelligence. And this is how I guess it is making more and more impact when you have the data-driven approach for any decision-making process. So I know you will not rely on me, so I will just share a few of the stats. According to the Capgemini report on the data-powered intelligence, organizations are making headway on the data-driven decision-making and actioning. In 2020, 50% of the organization says decision making in their organizations is completely data driven, as well as data driven organizations have 70% higher revenue per employee than average. I know it is shocking for you, right? But I'm showcasing the stat. So there is one more stat from the Accenture. According to the Accenture report on the rise of the data-driven enterprise, only 3 out of 10 most valuable enterprises were actively taking a data-driven approach in 2008. I'm talking about 2008. And now the number raised to the 7 out of 10. So these all prove that data-driven approach plays a major role. So from Apple to Microsoft, from Facebook to Amazon, they all rely on data to drive their key decision-making processes. I think that's pretty much sufficient to say data-driven intelligent approach is an important part of a strategy.
Great insights. That's really interesting to know, Vikrant. Moving on, data-driven intelligence is like using puzzle pieces of data to paint a clear picture, guiding smarter choices and strategies in various fields. Vikrant and Rishabh, speaking of intelligence in depth, I wanted you both to share some insights on the evolution of data-driven intelligence.
Okay. If you have to talk about the evolution, initially all the important data were on the paper, which shifted to the spreadsheet in the computer era, right? The interest from the statistician plays a very important role for its evolution by identifying the hidden potential of the computer for the data analysis. The need of the time shaped the unstructured data into the structured one for the analysis with basic visualization function, and this is what we can call the era of spreadsheet or the origin. Based on that, era of business intelligence BI takes place. It helps the organization to gather, process and analyze data from various sources, providing decision making process and making it more valuable insight for the strategic actions. And this is how it get evolved. Nowadays BI platform have a very good user friendly interface which allow user to easily drag and drop data element to generate visualization and report. This particular self-service aspect of the BI not only empowered business analysts but also empower executive and manager to explore data independently. Fostering a manager to explore more data for the decision making, right? So you don't have to rely on the data analyst team, but definitely we need those, right? So okay, so right now we can say AI also come into the picture. So AI also playing a major role to extract the insight from the data driven approach. So and this is how it get evolved over the period.
Thank you, Inder. Building on Vikrant's response, it's clear that the journey from paper records to digital spreadsheets marked a major shift in how we manage data. The era of big data is like managing a giant library that is filled with books of all shapes, sizes, and languages. It is overwhelming because there are just so many books. They keep coming in at lightning speed and they are not all neatly organized. To make sense out of this massive library, we use advanced analytics mixed up with data driven intelligence. Data driven intelligence and advanced analytics serve as a guiding light in this vast expanse of data, illuminating the hidden patterns, trends, and correlations that would otherwise go missing. They empower us to unravel the mysteries within the data library, uncovering valuable insights and actionable intelligence.
Well said. In simple terms, data driven intelligence means using data to make decisions in business. It helps companies work better and understand their customers more. Let's now explore why using data like this is helpful. Since you guys have already mentioned evolution earlier, can you please share the benefits of data driven intelligence?
Coming to the benefits of data driven intelligence, the first thing that comes to my mind is enhanced strategic planning. It is one of the major benefits when it comes to data driven intelligence. If you want to gather deep insights and understanding of market trends, consumer behavior, and competitive landscape, then in that way, harnessing this information through data driven intelligence can be very beneficial for organizations. It is not only responsive to current market conditions, but also proactive in anticipating the future trends. We can also make resource allocation very easy, effective, and we can identify the growth opportunities to stay ahead of the competition. For example, I would like to mention Tesla in this context. Tesla has revolutionized the automotive industry with its data driven approach to vehicle design and manufacturing. In addition to this, the potential risk and vulnerabilities can be identified before they escalate into significant threats. I think data driven intelligence empowers businesses to proactively mitigate risk and safeguard their operations. Accenture invested 3 billion USD dollars over 3 years in its data and AI practices just to help its clients across all industries rapidly evolve and achieve greater growth, efficiency, and resilience just by using data. There's one more important point here. I think the comprehensive analysis of customer interactions, their feedback, and their sentiments across various media channels can be at touch points that can be utilized by data driven intelligence. In this way, the benefits of data driven intelligence are multifold.
How do you envision leveraging the benefits of data driven intelligence effectively? I mean, what management approaches should be adopted to maximize the utilization of it?
Right. It's all started with the curiosity, right? How I can be the differentiator for any organization, how I can make the effective use of available data. If I have that kind of curiosity, definitely I can make some difference for the good output, right? So if your management have this approach, then magic can possible, or else traditional manager rely on institution and the say conventional input from their team, and this leads to the short sighted decision making, nothing much on that particular front. So my view is that if you have data, then make a good use of it. And nowadays I know gut instinct play a very limited role. So yeah.
All right, picture this. Imagine we are not just making decisions based on gut feeling anymore. Now we are diving deep into the world of data driven intelligence. That means every move that we make, every strategy that we craft, it's all backed by solid data insights. Now, to make this data driven dream a reality, we've got to set the stage. That means creating a culture where everyone on board, where everyone thinks in data driven sense. We're talking about a workplace where let's check the numbers is a mantra. But having all that data is one thing, knowing what to do with that is another. That's where our technology comes into play. I think everything, right from the tools to the system to the people, all should be humming smoothly so that we can crunch those numbers and extract the juiciest insights. Of course, none of this matters if our data isn't rock solid. We are talking about data quality and integrity. So we got to make sure that every bit of data is reliable. Finally, we got to keep our eyes on the horizon. The world of data driven intelligence is always evolving, so we are committing ourselves to continuous learning and adaptation.
Okay, if we have to conclude this session, then I can say data driven intelligence is not just a buzzword, it is a transformative force from the early stage spreadsheet to the current days of AI powered insight. It's reshaping the way the businesses are working to take actions. I know how to use it is a challenging task right now also, I know it, but we have to ask the right question to the data driven intelligence and how we can support to make the valuable insight out of it from the huge data set. So I can say business houses, right? Business houses must remain flexible, should have thinking of adopt of new technology and cultivate a culture of data driven decision making.
Thank you, Vikrant and Rishabh, for an indeed insightful sessions on a transformative force called data driven intelligence, which certainly is crucial for modern day businesses. For our viewers, stay tuned for more episodes.